Okay, happy Black Friday, everybody. Hope you didn't get smushed by a crowd trying to get a TV or something. Um, that really hasn't been quite as bad as it has been in years, but it's still kind of rough out there. So be safe, everyone. But so the cars are done now. So we've got the little Honda that's been buggified, and it's got its little mini turret. We'll run that as a bazooka. And a little orange gun here is a flare gun. So we'll use a little flare gun to represent like Molotovs. One of these days I might actually write out some extra weapons for Gaslands. There's some people that do some of their own like custom house rule kind of stuff. But got the other driver here with the Magnum. And this also be a good Maxine build, really, because they like to stress people out and take advantage of the Schadenfreude perk. But this is still a good Miyazaki build, too. Because, again, turret lets you not worry so much about which direction you're facing when you do your slides and spins and all your other little shenanigans and stunt driving. And bazookas aren't too bad for buggies, because most of the time you'll be facing off against dragsters and performance cars and stuff like that. That's going to be going up in gears, doing other things, and they're going to be stress, hazards. I say stress a lot because I still have an X-wing mindset, so hazards and stress tend to be the same word for me. So if you hear me say stress, just think hazards. But this is the 787. I really like how this one turned out. Again, like I said, with the Miyazaki builds, I didn't do any rust on these because I didn't really feel like rust really fit the theme. I just think they keep their cars mostly clean, and so the weathering effects and the dirt and stuff is just stuff that they would pick up from a race. So other than that, it's, kept pretty clean. And try to remember to keep this in frame. It's hard to keep everything in frame. But anyway. So yeah, there's the bottom. Looks pretty good for a car that was a dog's chew toy. So that's a good effect, I think. And then here's our Celica GT4. Again, bazooka turret. And, oil slick dropper. Kind of the same idea of being able to go in any direction you want to go into and cause havoc. It is kind of weird that bazookas don't do a lot of damage. They're only 3d6 weapon, but the fact that they cause hazards with their damage makes them kind of like a mini 125. And again, with Miyazaki, a 2 build point is the max you're going to have, so you've got to maximize the firepower out of 2 build slots. So rockets on turrets and bazookas on turrets, and again, if you want to get cheeky, you can get flamethrowers. That's more Cult of Inferno. But again, just I like turrets on Miyazaki builds sometimes, and and this effect here is just basically dry brushing blue and a lighter blue on top of the night scale, which I think looks good. And like I said, you got Eldar decals here. Again, I think, like I said, the Eldar decals and the Dark Eldar decals and Dark Elf decals, they are the better things to use for Miyazaki. And then I like the Celica here. He turned out really well. So I grounded out the wheels on this one, so it got the bigger, chunkier off-road tires. And again, you got the rockets, and that's another skull from Jim Silva's challenge that I just liked it. Matter of fact, I might call this the Cayman, or the maybe something like Snapper Gator or something. But I kind of like the Cayman. Space Marine things back here for the smoke launchers. Usually Miyazaki is more for performance cars and bikes and high handling, but you can get away with cars because cars do allow you to fire the rockets and then fire another weapon, and of course you've got expertise which can make a car just as good as a performance car. Again, pricey, but as I said before, you're either spamming a bunch of cars with Moment of Glory, or you're going perk crazy for one or two cars. Again, you're playing with a lot of fragility with the Miyazaki, but your fragility is rewarded by how agile and you can be with this team. And so there we got, like I said, the 75. The dust effect, like I said, is just done with a makeup brush. Getting a little bit better with it, I think. But I do need to find a smaller makeup brush. I do believe that would help with this effect. And of course, you got like the spray up on the mud and everything. And again, like I said, with this car here, the cherry blossoms and everything, they already look good on it. So there's no little moon effects. There's nothing to really change. And so, don't fix what's not broke. If you like a Hot Wheels or Matchbox paint job, you definitely can keep it. No one should grief you over that. But, yeah. So I think these turned out real well. I'm gonna have to decide if I'm going to keep some of my other Miyazaki cars, or because I gotta sell some. I can't keep adding more cars to my collection. But and then this isn't Miyazaki, but this is my Gaslands Car of the Month vehicle. This is the Spy car. You can see here's the 007 license plate. Basically, the idea was to go with a luxury car, silver and a darker color, and so retractable guns, armor plates for the windows and stuff that could retract, and oil slick dropper, so, and then of course you've got the little tire shredders, and those are basically rhinestone setting things, and then I just set the rhinestone in there actually to give it a little bit of make it look more like it comes like it's popping out of the wheel cap. Yeah, white wall tires, because of course it's a luxury car, and ignore that. And of course you got like the little targeting reticle there, and okay, good, it went away. And so that also did rust here. I wasn't intending to do this. I didn't want to do it, but I dropped the car and it hit the air grate, and it just sheared the paint off. And every attempt I did to try and save it just failed miserably. So I had to do the rust effect. And I think the rust effect does work well. It does definitely make it fit more for the Gaslands theme. It's just I didn't want to do it that way. But having to have it done by the end of the month, I didn't have enough time to really strip everything back down and start over from scratch. So, yeah, that's this car. And it's got the same metallic green sheen that the 787 has. So you can kind of see here. It's from the same mix-up of paint. And anyway, that's what we worked on. So yeah, December is going to be Michigan. So we're going to be putting out some lightning cannons and other gizmos and whiz-bangs and shenanigans that Michigan's good for. But anyway, again, be safe out there. There's probably a lot of crazy people out there. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And again, like I said, comments are always welcome. And, you know, today's Black Friday. If you want to help yourself to some of my Gaslands builds, that'll be, I don't know if you heard that or not, but I was getting talked to. I made pumpkin swirl cake. So everybody's wanting my pumpkin swirl cake. Anyway, so yeah, if you want to support me, and today's Black Friday, so you know, head over to my Etsy store, King of Cats Crafts, and see if anything jumps out at you. Alright, so I'm going to enjoy the rest of the holidays and watch the rest of the football game, and we'll start on the Michigan stuff here in a couple weeks, maybe. So, with that, thank you, and take care, be safe, and goodbye.